part 4 of the Grom CB 300 swap. The last video that I posted was the clutch, I believe. This one is we're going to be mounting the motor into this puny little frame. These are the parts we're going to be using. We got the motor bracket kit, the air injection delete kit, and the throttle body elbow kit. Links for all these will be in the description. A member makes these, and another member of the community makes these. And this I just got off eBay. Will be linked. So this should be a pretty straightforward install. The hardest part for me is my fat hands, my fingers getting the little spacers in there. But first thing we're going to do is I'm going to mount the brackets on the frame. I've had people tell me they mount them on the motor first and then the frame and vice versa. For me, I'm going to do it on the frame. Who knows, when I do this video, you might see me reverse it and do it on the motor. Won't know until I actually get there. But the first thing we're going to do actually is install the elbow for the throttle body and the air injection delete kit, because once the motor's mounted, you really don't have room to do that. Air injection delete kit obviously goes here, and the elbow is going to go here. It's actually 3D printed, and it's got a little spot missing out of it because it is such a tight fit against this frame that it basically just hugs it in there. I have LEDs, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep those there while this goes on here or not, so that's one thing we'll see. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the other videos. I have the playlist of it in the description, as well as all the parts I've used so far. I update the lists per video because there's something that I get or forget to add. So the latest video in the playlist will have the most up-to-date list of parts that we use. So I am going to mount this camera and get started. Alright, first thing we're going to remove the air injection. For some reason, it's a 5/16 socket. I would think it'd be 8mm. Both work. There's 2 bolts. Clean it up a little bit. And the air injection kit that I got came with this rubber nipple and the plate. We're going to be using the plate. I don't know what this is for. We might use it, we might not eventually. Reuse the same bolts. Just kind of want to snug them up. I don't believe there's a torque spec. Socket falls off. Alright, that's done. Next thing is we're going to do the elbow for the throttle body. Flip my camera screen. First thing we're going to do is remove this. This is the plug we're going to use to plug the OEM hole for the stock injector on the throttle body. With this, we trim this rubber plug. It will plug the hole. This will keep the pressure down on here so it stays sealed. So I'll take this off. You're going to have 2 of these silicone couplers. We're going to use the smaller one. It's going to go on the motor. Make sure you clean this. Mine's already been cleaned. We're going to use 1 clamp. I believe I'm going to put it this way so the screwdriver is facing to the right side of the bike on the bottom. This goes like this. This is going to be where the frame sits in, and just put it in there carefully. Like that. Rotate it around a little bit just to make sure it's seated. Give this a little, you want to tighten this just a little bit. We're not going to tighten it all the way, just enough to keep the clamp in place. Just keep it snug. Just like that. So now this is good to go because we have to put this on first, otherwise, like I said, you will not be able to get this on when the motor's on, so you got to do this part first. Alright, your next step that I forgot to record, and I've already done, is these are your factory wire looms or whatever. They hold your OEM engine harness. They came from right here. I just took my cutoff wheel and grinded them off. and then I use just touch-up paint to fill in or cover the part that I cut. Also, I had to trim a little hole here with my cutting wheel for the bracket to sit in, because for whatever reason when they welded this excess fuel drain hose or whatever, I don't know what you call this fucking thing, holder I guess, they just used tons of weld. I don't know what they were doing. Must have been a Friday. So I had to grind a little bit out of there so the bracket will fit in there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount these brackets. So these two bolts, one's got two small spacers and one has no spacers. Put those to the side. Those are what mount the CB motor to the bracket. We're going to be doing the Grom mounts first and putting the bracket onto the frame. Some people tell me to do the bracket on the engine first. I tried that. I can't get my fingers to hold the spacers. The large spacers, they go in between, obviously, your frame here. Some people might need to use a adjustable and just kind of widen them a little bit. Mine were already spaced perfectly. They slip in there. They're actually a little too big. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this one. This one comes with the guide wheel, and I'll show you the order that it goes in. It's going to go right here on the bottom. So let's get to it. So we're going to unbolt this. Oh, I also should say, make sure your rear sets are off. Not off, but the way we had it when we removed the engine originally, just so we can get the bolts in there. So we're going to take this apart. What we're left with is washer, well, bolt, washer, your chain guide. I added a washer here, and then the small spacer. This is going to go through right here. The large spacer is going to go, obviously, in the middle. First we need the bracket. So when you're mounting the bracket, you're going to want to use these two holes here. So the bracket's going to go on the outside of the frame. Put that in there. Grab your spacer. Spacer in there, bracket, bolt. This is why I couldn't do it with the engine in. Push it all the way through like that. Now you're going to take the little spacer. Actually, no. First, you're going to take the other bracket. Same thing. Slide it on. No. Little spacer. Then slide it on. Then take your washer and your nut. Thread it on the other side. Like so. Next one is pretty much looks the same without the wheel. It doesn't have the cutout. So take it apart. Take that out. Washer through here. Then you're going to take your spacer. I'm going to move my rear set. All the way through. Now we're going to take the little spacer, like so, bracket, push it through, take the washer and the nut, thread it on, like that. Next one is we're going to take this one. So this has a cutout right here, and it's going to go, I don't know if you can see this in the camera. This is going to go, that's cutout is for this hose right here. So just kind of spin it out of the way for now because it's got a little connector. So just like before, take it apart, take that out, thread the bolt in. Make sure you put the cut side facing to the left, closer to the left. Thread it in. Little spacer all the way through. Washer and nut. Bracket on there like that. thread it on. As I drop shit, just hand tighten it for now. So our bracket's on. It's just kind of loose sitting in there because we still got to get the engine up in there. But the engine bolts, so the top one goes here. The top actually uses the bolt that has no spacers. That's going to go through the top hole. That's right here. This bottom hole is going to use the one that has the small spacers. And I'm going to have to, looks like I might have to cut this whole thing off to begin with. Or bend it up. Yeah. I had to bend that up because the bolt won't fit through. So now, grab your buddy, your girlfriend, your kids, and it's time to lift this motor and mount it in the bike. Alright, now that we got the brackets in, motor in there, I'm going to try to get this on the jack. My buddy Matt here, he's looking the other way, grabbing himself. He's going to help me get this in here. We're going to do the bottom bolt first, which has these spacers. And then we can swing the motor up because of this elbow. It's just easier that way. So I'm going to mount the camera and get to it. Alright, motor's in. We actually did it with the top bolt first instead of the bottom. So make note, the Grom brackets, the Grom bolts for the engine mount, they're coming in from the left side. The mounts for the 300 are going to come in from the right side. So we got the top one in, that's the one without any spacers. The bottom one, you can see, where is it? There, you can see there's gaps. So that's what this one's for. So we got the little spacer here for one side, and then another little spacer for the other side with the washer. So I'll position the camera and we'll get that bolt in. I want to just tilt the motor, or lift the front end of the motor up, just that kind of here. And then shift it out that way. I just gotta get the...
You were already snagged on it.
Alright, that's in there.
Oh yeah, it does work. That was
washer and nut.
Yep. There you go. Slick.
So we got the motor mounted in. We got all the bolts. So these, like I said before, the bolts for the Grom portion of this go in on the left side, and the bolts for the 300 or 250 come in from the right side. You probably saw me struggle with the spacer on the bottom. You can't really see it, but there's the bolt. This spacer, you got to have someone else jiggle the engine around until you can get it in there, and then jiggle it around more to get the bolt through. But it does go. These two bottom spacers, I don't know if I mentioned it, but they're both the same size, so it doesn't matter which one you put on. They go on the inside of the bracket. And the one for the top, there is no spacers for that. It just goes right in. Got the washers and everything. So now we are going to torque these down. So I'm going to use the stock specs, which are 40 foot-pounds. That's what the stock Groms are. That's what I'm going to use on the CB. You can see the elbow here. Barely clears the frame there. Perfect. We'll tighten that down. Once we get that torqued down, we're going to tighten that down. Then we're going to remount our rear sets to put them back in the location they need to be. We just can't do that yet till we torque this stuff down. So these are going to be 17 millimeter, and I'm going to do the Grom ones first. So the top one, middle one, bottom one here. We do those at 30 foot-pounds, and then I'll do them at 40 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna, so we did the Grom mounts 30 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna do the CB 300 mounts at 30 foot-pounds. So the bottom one we're gonna do it on this side because I can't get a socket on the other side. Now that they're all 30 foot-pounds, we're going to adjust this to 40 foot-pounds.
12 seconds later.
So everything's torqued. We did 40 foot-pounds. I left the one with the chain guide, I left that at 30 foot-pounds. It's going to be fine, just so the wheels can spin a little bit. Now we're going to put the rear sets back on, and that just involves one bolt down here. Push this back. We're going to pound this in with a hammer, rubber mallet, and then put this bolt in, and then do the same on the other side. That's a 12 millimeter. This is going to be 40 foot-pounds and a 19 millimeter. So we got the rear sets on. So the brake pedal side, this was bent to begin with from a wreck that I had. So I had to do some serious bending to get this to clear the motor. And then I bent it too far, and then I couldn't get it to clear the rear set. I don't know if you'll be able to see back there, but if you heat it up, bend it, hammer it. I took the whole rear set off. I didn't film it, and I just bent this. It actually looks like stock now, but it'll clear the motor now. It should clear the oil cap when we need to change the oil filter. So that's this side. We also got this side in. We got this bolt in on both sides at the 12 millimeter. Yeah. So like I said before, that's 40 foot-pounds. Next thing we're gonna do to end this video, we're gonna take off this bracket. This is the mounting bracket for the stock CBR frame. I left it on there because it makes the motor stand up pretty good. It just comes off right here, bolt right here, and we'll remove that from the motor. This is a 14 millimeter. So that's going to be the end of this video. We got the motor mounted, we got the rear sets on, that weird bracket in the front, the elbow. So the motor is in the bike, rear sets are back on. Like I said, we got the bracket off. Everything's torqued. I'll have all the information, torque specs. I'll have all the torque specs and everything we did in the description. All the parts are in the description. The video is probably ridiculously long. Thank you to Matt for helping me get the motor in. I will say I tried this before with the brackets on the motor and then try and get the motor up with the brackets onto the frame. Couldn't do it. I had the brackets. I put the brackets on the bike and then put the motor into the brackets. That was way easier with a jack and a buddy. So I'd recommend it doing that way. You can do it any way you want. The next episode, we are going to lay down the harness and start plugging this thing in. So I appreciate you guys watching. Any questions, put them in the comments. Like I said, everything's linked down there. Everything you need to know how to do this, torque specs. So I'll see you in the next one. Later.